I am here. 10 minutes less than early. How goes things and stuff? Today I'm playing Farming Simulator 25. I forget, there's a lot of games called that, and therefore I have to specify. Anyway, hi. I just looked as I was launching the game today, and I got 2 achievements last time. One is called That's a Wrap, which is very clearly, you know, wrapping some hay bales, whatever, that's fine. But the other one is called It Just Fell Off, which really makes me worried that at some point I lost some cargo that I was meant to be selling. They don't tell you what they are. They have like cute little quirky lines for their things, for their achievements. I don't know what this is for. It just says it was only a matter of time. And I can only imagine that this is related to, like, maybe I dropped something. Which is like something I've been trying very hard not to do. It would have had to been eggs, because, you know, the only thing that I could have dropped. Oh, actually, you know what? I bet I know what it might be. So there was a point where I was demonstrating that I had a mod installed called Super Strength, as like a joke. As like a bit. I picked up my tractor and kind of like chucked it. So maybe that's because the tractor like fell a certain distance and like took damage. Maybe I didn't lose anything. Stolen goods, no. How you doing, Bert? Good job on the first redeem. Well done. How was things? I'm not late. I'm never late. Yeah, so I have these 2 mods installed. But yeah, the last time I bought a new field, which needs to be cultivated. And I think I bought a bigger cultivator too. I believe. Your meh? Didn't sleep well? Ah, it sucks. Sorry to hear that. How am I doing today? Yeah, I mean, as well as can be expected. I'm kind of sick, as always. A lot of stressful stuff going on in life. But, you know, trucking along, or farming along, tractoring along. I'm working through it. But, you know. Thanks for asking. I'm playing non-stressful games for the next few days to sort of even out my stress balance, ideally. So tomorrow I'm probably gonna play like hunting game, and then the day after that I'm probably gonna do like Trash Goblin, and then I'll play Dinkum. Those are all pretty stress-free, and then maybe I'll go back to normal games on Thursday, Friday. But I want chill games right now. Got some chili soup here. Very spicy. Very tasty. You love this. You love it. It's great. Freaking, I don't know what it is, but like, just like the chili stuff is good. Like chili, like spicy stuff is good. I shouldn't just like chili. Not just chili, but like, you know, hot stuff. Like hot stuff. There you go. Yeah, we're just going to go straight ahead. Oh, actually, hold on. I should probably get some employees doing some stuff before I start doing this gigantic field. Ah. Well, I guess they can do. They can probably do this. Not a very profitable one, but work. Chili for a chill games. Yes, we're eating chili soup, playing chill games. It's actually a little cold. I might put on my slippers. It's the middle of like spring, so it should be fairly warm, but it's been cold for the last couple of days. I wish I had more comfortable slippers. I don't got like nice slippers. I got like, I talked about them before. I got like the generic like adult man slippers that I absolutely despise. They're just like, they just look like business shoes that are but like slippers. They're not cute, they're not comfy, they're not fluffy. They're just like normal slippers. They're like normal shoes that have like wool inside, or you know, not real wool, but whatever. But they get the job done. Why do you want something you despise? Because it was a gift from someone else. And I'm not about to replace something that works perfectly fine. It may not be as like nice and pleasant as I would like, but they still work as slippers. They warm my feet, and I can walk around in them. Bad gifts are the worst. Yeah. Because, like, I appreciate the thought, of course, but I also just wish they got me nice slippers that were, like, fluffy. Give me some of those, like, generic, like, I don't know, like 70s, like bunny slippers, you know? Give me some of those. I'd kill for some of those. This is a bit harder to use, I realize now. Just gotta drive over this person's field, I'm sure they don't mind. Yeah. You kill someone for a pair of $10 slippers. Well, I want it to be more than $10, otherwise they fall apart. I had a pair of slippers a long time ago that I got like on the cheap, and like the soles would like cracked after like a week or two. And just like were incredibly unpleasant to wear after that point, because anytime I'd step on like uneven surface, it would just like crack more, and like I'd feel the whatever the surface was immediately under my foot. Awful experience. Would not recommend cheap, like super cheap slippers. Hey, I know you're walking here, but like, sorry. Look, it's not my fault. You see what's going on. You see this heavy machinery. If I were you, I would stop moving. Be like, oh, that person's you know, doing some stuff that looks pretty dangerous. Better not get too close to the giant machine with the Kill You Quick 9000. They don't care. They're not real. Ooh, that's spicy. Whoever invented spicy food is just a genius, you know? Nature, great. Super smart. Love everything they make. Most everything they make. Someone really ought to give nature a raise. Oh, and to counteract my spicy chili soup, I have ice cold horchata, which is probably not a great combination, but it's tasty. I guess if I did the headland, then I probably wouldn't have to run over this many people. You know, I'm gonna stop making the running over people noises, because you get the point. You get the point. You know, it's obvious that they're getting squished. None of them have any slippers, though. GTA meets Farming Simulator. I mean, I'm sure a game like that exists. Like a cutthroat farming, or like you have to like compete against other farmers, and you have to like kill their staff or something. You know, sabotage their tractors. There's that mission in like San Andreas, I think it is, or maybe it's maybe it's 3, where you have to like burn a pot field that like a rival gang is running. Kind of like that. This didn't take nearly as long as I expected it to. Also, what am I even planting on this field? I think I was going to plant oats. Yeah, I was going to plant oats in March. Yeah, I'd be interested to see. I don't think I would enjoy a GTA farming sim, but I would definitely try it. I got an email like a week ago. I just replied to it today. From a company like trying to like, you know, try our new game that we have coming out, kind of situation. Which is always kind of cool to get those emails, but it was sent and addressed to somebody else. It was not my name. And I looked it up, and they're also a small streamer. But like it was a very much like a how'd they mess it up? Like what? They had like their name in the, you know, because like you know, if it was like a generic one that didn't address a name specifically, I'd be like, okay, fine, great. But Somebody had to go in there and change the name on like the email, and then type in my email, which is pretty clearly me. And like apparently I'm on their email list as well, because they had my email. But like I don't understand why they got me. Also, I never even like sometimes I'll check out the I don't think I wouldn't have played that game anyway. I don't think. I'm not gonna talk about it because I don't know. I don't want to. It's just one of those games that was kind of like a asset flip. It might be fun. I have no interest in it. But yeah, like I mean, I've gotten a couple of games that like look legitimately quite good in emails, but it's always it's always emails that are like going to just have the name of the. Oh, I need to go over that bit right there. It's fine. I'm sure the game won't mind me doing this. The code has to be in the email. I can't have a press release kit that I have to click on. I will not click on a link in an email. I'm not crazy. It's not like 2001. You know, like. So. But like I get tons of emails from like companies, video game companies, being like, "We'd love you to try our demo," or "We'd love you to try, our game in early access," or "Oh, wouldn't you love to see this?" And like obviously they're like, copy paste emails, but it's always like, "Here is a press release link to the creator, page of our website or whatever, and you fill this out and then you get the code." And I'm like, "No, I'm not doing that." Like. No matter how badly I would like to play your game, I'm not going to click on a link that you sent to my email. Like I'm sure that there's like a browser extension I could install that would like verify that these aren't like phishing sites or phishing links or something. I'm sure there's something like that exists, because this is obviously like a common thing. Like creators get emailed codes all the time. Like that's not like at all surprising or uncommon. So there's probably a way that like exists to like filter out the bad ones. But I don't know what it is, and I haven't done it. So I'm not gonna click on any of them. And I don't get like a crazy amount, but like I think I've had like 20 or 30 emails since I put my email up for like access to the public. It's supposed to be for business offers, but I guess I'll take games too. Business inquiries, like sponsors and stuff. But I mean, if they want to send me game codes, I'll take those too, I guess. But yeah, it's just kind of silly that I'm sitting here like, oh, did I miss a single spot, or did it not update? It didn't update. Okay, cool. That's not even mine. Mine's here. But like, yeah, like I'll take a thing, fine, whatever. I'll take a code, but it has to be sent to me like in the email itself, or I won't redeem it. And it also it has to address me by name. It has to say, Crimson Moon, we would like you to test this. And I'm like, okay, cool. That way I know they know who they're messaging, and they didn't just like. I mean, they probably have a spreadsheet with a million names that can autofill or whatever, but at least like a little bit of effort would like make me less suspicious. Okay, how much more stuff do I have to sell this month? I think I sold a month early. If I can find where's the sales tab? There it is. I think I sold a month early so I could afford a thing. No, I didn't. January. Okay, I need to load up all my stuff and sell before the end of the day. It's only 10 a.m., so it's got plenty of time. Anyway, so yeah, but I've redeemed like 3 or 4 games that like legitimately looked quite interesting. And I redeemed like 1 or 2 that looked kind of like not fun, but it was free code, and I was like, well, maybe I won't do that anymore. And I think about doing them on stream sometimes. I'm like, oh, I should probably try that on stream. But like, then I think about it, I'm like, oh, no, the stream's for a very specific reason. I'm streaming very specifically. Hold on, I'm trying to line this back up. Okay, I'm streaming very specifically to get through my incredible backlog of games. I don't need to keep adding more and more. I mean, more will get added naturally over time just by way of existing in a game economy, you know. But you know, I can't just keep adding games willy-nilly to that list all the time. Like once in a while is fine. Obviously, like if you got like the point redeem, for instance, the 10,000 point redeem, which I might raise at some point. Since there's a lot of people who have more than like 100,000 points in my chat, it might be worth raising. Although nobody seems to be abusing that, so it's fine. If it starts getting like every day, like 6 different like recommendations, I'll probably stop it being so low. But yeah, the you know the whole thing is like, you know, it's fine that that I get these emails for games that I'm not like particularly interested in, because I get to, you know, I choose whether or not I want to redeem them, that kind of stuff. But you know, I'm tempted to redeem them because free game. But then I always worry if I redeem the code, like I know they can see that I redeemed the code because the code will, you know, disappear, but then I don't play the game on stream. And I'm sure that they don't send those codes specifically so you can play it in your free time. They probably, you know, send them so you can give them some like some no, what's the word for the thing you pay people in when they do art? Exposure, that's it. Yeah, I'm sure they give you those codes for exposure to their game, and if you don't, you know, give them any exposure, they probably remove you from the list if you redeem it. I don't know for sure they do that, or if they even bother to micromanage to that extent. Imagine for like big streamers, they'd probably make an effort to pay attention, but for little ones, they probably don't care that much. But I don't know. You know, if I play a game on stream that's like $15, but I got it for free, and then, you know, like 5 people are like, oh, wow, that looks interesting, and like 2 of them purchase it, then I guess they technically make a net gain on that code. So, I don't know. Maybe it's fine. We're out of cabbage. Yeah, like there was this really interesting like card game that I redeemed, but like I've talked about that one before. It was like really horny. Like it looked really interesting, like genuinely quite fun, but like the art was like incredibly like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't show that on stream, you know? Like there was nothing like actually like inappropriate about it, as much as it was just like drawn in a way that was like, clearly you commissioned like a porn artist for this, you know? And gave them like some instruction, but maybe not quite the right instruction for your card game. Or maybe you did give them the right instruction, you know, maybe that's what you're going for. I didn't actually solve my problem. I needed a little bit more space. Well, I guess I gave myself a little bit more space. Just gonna Austin Powers my way in here. Anyway, so yeah, I didn't play that on stream, even though it looked pretty good, because I was worried that there might be, like, some salacious art in it that might get me in trouble. But, you know, always happy to receive free codes to games that are interesting. And like I said, there was one that was like that like frog dice game that came out like a while ago. I don't know exactly how long ago it came out ago. I think they had an update recently. And I got a code for them. Well, not a code. I got the creator, like, release thing. And that, like a link. And I was like, ooh, you know, I actually do want that game, but I don't want to click a link. So I was considering replying to the email with, I would love to play this game on stream, but please send me the code in the email itself. And I'm not sure if they'd care to respond, or if that would work at all, or if it'd be like against policy or something. Because I'm not going to go and verify that it's like the actual company, but I'll reply to the email. But I didn't reply to it, and I'm still wondering if I should reply to these emails. Because, you know, the creator kit exists for creators, surely. And I'm aware they exist, because I've heard people talk about them. But I don't trust them. I'm too paranoid. I've been on the internet for too long. I'm doing really bad with lining them up this time. I think I need like more backing up space next time I park the semi. Like that thing is like way too close. Also at that weird angle that I can't like quite tell how to get the thing off the fork. Alright, let me just adjust these so I can actually do stuff. Anyway, so yeah, if you're, you know, a game company that wants me, the famous streamer Crimson Moon, at twitch.tv/Crimson Moon, every day, you know, midnight to 4 a.m. Pacific time in United States. If you want me to do your game, for free, then send me the code in the mail. Don't in the email. Don't make me click a link. And as I am incredibly famous, I'm sure every PR person or whoever does that stuff is listening. So it'll work out great for me. Why is this having a hard time? That one doesn't seem to want to, like, behave. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Will I play your game? Do you have a game? Have you mentioned it before? I don't remember. Maybe I do. No, I don't think I do. You have a game? Okay, that's that, and that beans that up. Technically, yes. It's an extremely basic game, meets minimum requirements of a game, maybe. Well, probably not then. But like, you know, if you get like a complete experience, I probably wouldn't mind. You'd have to send it to my email, of course, and it'd have to have the link in the email. No, well, sorry, it would have to have the code, the activation code in the email, because I don't do links. But you know, wouldn't be opposed, provided it fits my general criteria for games. Were you just making a game for fun, or were you like trying to like learn how to code, or was it like a passion project, or just something you were experimenting with? I knew I'd hit that. It's the problem with having the truck so close. Stop it! I hate rear wheel drive vehicles so much. I'm just having a rough time with this today. I think it is because the truck's too close, but I'm not willing to like re-park it. Are there 3 there or 4? I think there's 3. And I'll still go grab them just in case. We're selling all of them, so it doesn't really matter. It's not going to fill up the truck. And I think we have some eggs to sell too, if we want to. They're not going to sell for as much, though. I think we're down a month. Oh, we're down 2 months. Yikes. They still sell for... Well, no. They sell for about half the price they could. Not half, but... The lowest price they sell is 2,000, the highest is like 4,000, so... They're selling for about 3,000. It's not half the price, it's just the price that's in between. Let's pull out this way and then pull back this way so I can get a little bit better angle here. Yeah, what's your game about? What was it? What was it making it? What were you making it in? I don't need to be too precise with these because I'm not loading up the whole truck. Just need to like fit and get strapped. Dangerous neighborhood after all. Do you know the Royal Game of Ur? It's a 2-player strategy race board game. Tangentially, vaguely. I know it through Mini Minuteman and RimWorld. But I wouldn't say I'd ever really looked into it. I'm aware of it. But I know nothing about it, really. I know it involves a couple of sticks and some, like rocks that are meant to, like, represent soldiers and, like, movements or something like that. The oldest board game where we have the original rules. Yeah. I'm only sort of aware of it, yes. How'd that happen? How did I... Oh, right, I backed up, that's why. I guess it spawned behind me. God, why did I park that so close? Like, I think when I drove it in, the last time I played, I also might have commented on how I definitely parked too close. And I didn't change it for some reason. I don't know, I'm like, I don't know what it is. Like, today I'm having a hard time, like, holding the button down to, like, keep my camera from moving while I'm readjusting the fork. Just a long one, because I'm just tired. Oh, maybe I dropped it there. No, there's still 4 on that. Each player has 7 stones, and you want to get them all through the race course. You can hop over and reset the other player's pieces in a combat zone. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I never really looked into the rules of it. I knew that it involved like sticks that were like chopped in half. That are like what I meant to represent movement, like you know, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think. I knew there was like a line that you had to go up to like meet at a square at the end. I didn't know anything about it otherwise. I gotta know what any of that meant. Okay, we're just gonna chuck this in here. I'm gonna fire whoever parked that truck there. I'll just pick up this one with my super strength and move it into the truck. It only weighs like 400 kilos. I can pick that up easy. But how'd you make a game out of it? I mean, I guess it is a game on its own, but I assume you were, like, doing something specific with it. Alright, now I gotta drive this out there and get these turned in. You originally started with the idea of learning a program, or learning to program game AIs. You only got the basic gameplay logic done with I/O and a text console, programming in pure Java. Oh. Is Java still used commonly for programming? Sometimes, definitely dying out. Yeah, that's what I'd heard. JavaScript is much more common now. Yeah. I often hear about, like, C# as well. I don't know what it means, but that's probably something, right? That too, yeah. I just put my stirring stick away. I need to stir my freaking horchata. If I can eat that, drink it. I can't let it settle to the bottom. Crazy? Miss out on all that delicious rice. Alright, made another 40,000, just about 50,000. Pretty good. Do I want to buy anything for 84 grand? Can I buy anything for 84 grand? I could buy this bale wrapping thing. It only wraps round bales. It's really cheap. Why is this one so cheap? There's gotta be a reason for that I'm suspicious about. I don't trust that. I do a lot of wrapping contracts, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to get a hold of one of those, but like... Why is this so... They're all really cheap, kind of. Well, not really cheap, I guess. Okay, so these cannot do square bales. Only, like, the cheapest that can is 34,000. And this wraps them in, like, multiples. C# is made by Microsoft. It's used for .NET framework apps. Wish I knew what that meant. Coding has always been one of those things that I kind of was vaguely interested in, but anytime I like look into learning how to do it, I just can't, you know? Yeah, I definitely see the updating .NET files during game installs. That's normal. Yeah, I see those for sure. I don't think I want this that badly. Like, I think they're cheap enough that I'll be happy to get one that isn't on sale. Because I don't know what they're for. I don't know how much I need them. Like, I don't know which ones are better or worse. Zup. Zup, zup. What's that say? Trampolines? What? No. Tradicine Zippy. Sure. I wish I could set a speed limiter, so I don't have to worry about going over 40 while I'm here. If I was playing with the pedal, I wouldn't have to worry about it. Or like a controller, but unfortunately. Playing mouse and keyboard, I can't control speed. Not very well. I think I need to be further out this time. The problem is that, like, this isn't, like, flat terrain, obviously. Which means that the truck is going to slide, and it'll be harder to put the stuff in on it, like, because it's at an angle, so you have to, like, tilt the fork down a lot. But everything else is fine. We should get some more water, I think. Yeah, these all need more water. And this is going to be crazy, but I might actually spend that incredibly large amount of money buying the bigger water tank. I'm not really hurting for money right now in any, like, really real capacity. And this thing's pretty expensive, but it's huge, and it'll save me a lot of, like, trouble refilling the water. It's never gonna go on sale, so I'm not gonna, like, worry too much about that. It wouldn't save, I guess it doesn't really matter if it saves me that much time. I'm not usually in a hurry. It's really expensive, and it's not like I need to, like, do anything quickly. Maybe I won't do that. Never mind. That was a silly thought. I shouldn't have thought that. That's crazy. I don't mind making like 4 or 5 trips a season, or like every like 3 seasons. As long as I like am on top of it, it's totally okay. And it causes me no issues whatsoever. But it is so much more water in one trip. If I had like 2 more greenhouses, I might. I was considering getting some mushroom greenhouses. Maybe I'll do that. I was considering getting 2 mushroom greenhouses, like right over here. And I think if I did that, I think maybe it'd be worth upgrading to the bigger one. I wouldn't be able to for quite some time, but. When do mushrooms sell? Do they sell the same time as every other greenhouse crop? I suspect they do. Which is kind of a shame. Yeah, they do. Also, how much food do my chickens have? Not enough. I'm gonna actually drop this here for now and go feed my chickens. Because this should be able to hold grain as well. Which means it should be able to feed my chickens. Okay, it doesn't hold very much, but it does hold it. I don't think that should have stopped me. Fine. Go a little bit more carefully. There. Oh, hold on, it said overload. There you go. Okay, that's about a month worth of food for the chickens. We do have the money to buy 2 more farms, 2 more mushroom farms. The problem is I'd have to rent the stump destroyer, probably. Do I know Vulcan and DirectX? Yeah, I mean, I'm aware of them. I know that they're different, like... Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know what they do. CPU processors? I don't know. Encoders? I don't remember. Like, I know that they are in my games, and I have to switch between them, and Vulcan is sometimes buggy. But, like, occasionally makes the CPU work better in games. I don't know exactly what they do or how they work. I know Star Citizen Vulcan runs really good, but will crash. Versus DirectX runs a bit choppy, but doesn't crash. But I certainly couldn't say I know what they are. I know bafflingly little for a PC gamer. Run over their crops and they'll never know. What are these, carrots? Disgusting. Actually, that's probably barley or something. I should probably figure out this greenhouse thing. If I was gonna get the greenhouses, how big are they? Mushroom greenhouses are... I mean, they're pretty big. They're not huge. Their water goes to the back. I'm guessing that their storage offload probably goes to the back as well, because I can't see it here. How I can usually see, how I can like see the yellow lines around that, on those ones. I don't see yellow lines on this one. I guess that means that it's probably going to be where the water is. Maybe? I don't know where it's going to be at, actually. Huh. Well, either way, it's probably better to have the water tank facing this direction. I'm going to set this up. It'll be there and there, maybe. I'd have to even them out, though, so they're not the same height. Get your lyrics out of my music, please. Yeah, I'd have to, like, put it here and, like, here. Put them next to each other. And I don't know where the thing is, so I'm gonna have to, like, assume that it's on one of the sides. Probably. Without any knowledge as to which side it's on. There's nowhere to, like, see it. It just isn't displaying. So maybe it's on the back, I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna have to just we have to cut down all these trees. I'm gonna have to eventually come in with the oh, some of these trees are too small to actually worry about. These ones are big enough that I have to clear out the stump. .NET is like Vulkan DX or DirectX because they both are basically libraries that let programs more easily interact with hardware. Okay. Do I mind lyrics in other languages? Yeah, any talking in a song when I'm, like, streaming I don't like. Because I feel bad talking over it. Like, it makes me upset because I don't want to, like, interrupt. But it's just a person singing on a song. It's also very distracting as well. So on top of, like, feeling bad about interrupting them, it also is distracting. Just one. Oh no, I didn't. So those would all delete themselves for some reason. I don't know if it went out this far. So I gotta go in and clear out these stumps. So I can go rent the stump removal thing. I'm gonna have to like move the trees, like in a place I can see. Like, these are all kind of close enough together that I don't really need to move them. Also, like, I kind of vaguely understand a lot of languages to, like, a small amount, but enough that I could, like, pick out words and be, like, you know, distracted by them. Like, unless it's, like, a very, like, obscure language, then, or it's sung in a way that's, like, hard. Like, if it's, like, opera has words in, like, Italian, usually, but they're like sung in such a way that it's more like music than it is words, you know? Like they're very much like drawn out, super long. So you can't like really identify them as words in the moment. Like that'd be okay. Opera's okay, I think. But like if there's like actual words I can tell are words and it's in a language that I kind of understand, then it's a big no. You find your country's music is pretty poor? How come? Mostly due to a few singing exclusively in the language? Oh, so few singing exclusively in language. I see. What if it's gibberish? Anytime a human vocalizing? Vocalizing is fine. Gibberish, I feel like would be distracting. Like scatting? I don't like scatting. That's a difficult one for me to like talk over still, because it's very like abrupt and like, you know, scattered. Like I don't mind listening to it like if I'm like listening to a song when I'm like working out or something, but if I'm streaming, having any like like noises that aren't like I don't know, like I guess scatting isn't like words, but it's like abrupt enough. Like truncated and sort of like scattered, not consistent, you know. It's a lot like, you know, like if there's like a really aggressive like drum beat in a song, like if the snare is too loud, or if there's like a really obnoxious like cowbell or something that keeps going over and over again, like it's too much all at once. And I'll skip it because it's like too distracting. You're wondering about opera? Yeah. Opera's fine. Like I said, just because it's consistent enough that I can't really pick out words. Humming is also something you concur with. I don't mind humming at all. Like at all. That's like that one's fine because again, it's just like music. Like, if I'm, like, talking and somebody's humming, I probably wouldn't mind, like, continuing talking. Unless they're, like, very clearly humming, like, lyrics, I guess. Like, if they don't know the lyrics to a song, but they're, like, humming a song's lyrics. As if, like, you know, like, the beat of the song's lyrics, I guess is the problem. Like, maybe that would be too much. But it's hard to say. It's kind of a, you know, a variable situation. But that also isn't a huge problem if I don't know the song, though. Like, but sometimes it's like there's like very clearly like lyrical, like humming, right? Like you can tell if somebody like doesn't know the words but knows the song's beats well enough to like mimic the words in like intonation, but maybe just doesn't have like the actual like spoken word remembered. Okay, I'm a little annoyed because I know that I had a job going that was finished and I just didn't hit complete on it. And I think they canceled that job because I took too long to, like, say it was done. Okay, I need to get the stump destroyer. How much is it to rent the stump thing? Let's see. Where's the stump thing? This? No, these are all balers. What do you mean? Isn't this the trees? It's poplars. I guess maybe it's just wood. There it is. The machinery grinds down tree stumps. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. Just rent that thing. For 1,300, sure. I only need it for like 4 or 5 stumps, but I'm gonna have to spend a lot of money, like, terraforming the area to make sure it is flat enough to, like, drive a truck next to, or drive the little thing around. Because again, I don't know where the extra, like, outside point is. What I might do, for the sake of saving myself money, is I might save the game and then put the thing down to see where the output is. Actually, I think there might actually be like an output, like, purchasable somewhere. That feels like something I kind of vaguely remember. Oh, it's specifically for Beehive, though. Okay, never mind then. Can you share a song? You mean like for me to play on stream, or do you just mean like generally to, like, listen to at some point in the future? Be like, yeah, I don't mind. I probably won't play it on stream because it might be copyright problems. But you're welcome to share a song. Let me briefly vip ya. There you go. You can post links. Hey, Grandmaster Player, how you doing? Hydrate, goodness. Can't just bark at a toe without mustard screaming at a glass beyond peanut butter. Sure. Peanut butter and mustard's pretty good on a sandwich. The comment ain't chaotic. It's kind of chaotic. Yeah, singing, but it's a made-up language. Give me a sec. Let me stop sharing the audio from the stream, or from the thing. Yeah, it's copywritten by Sunrise Music, it looks like. So I wouldn't be able to play it on stream. Okay, yeah, I'll check that out. Turn the music back on. Okay. Alright, we got a couple of the stumps dealt with. This one's being a pain for some reason. It's like a very weird angle you have to put it at to get the stumps. It's like higher than it seems like it should be. Oh, I got it. That makes sense. I think that was all of them, except for like this one right here. There you go. Alright, we're gonna keep that stump destroyer because I might need to chop down more trees. I probably will need to chop down more trees because I'm gonna have to terraform. And it's gonna require me to move some trees around, most likely. Singing, but it's a made-up language. Composed and sung by Yoko Kanno. That name sounds familiar. I think I'm thinking of Yoko Tano, which is Nier Automata person. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Okay, so we want to go like here and here. I want to make sure the truck can drive through. So we'll have to chop down these 3 trees here too, which is kind of what I expected, but I wasn't positive. That's Yoko Taro? Oh, damn, I don't know. All right. They got, you know, the people got names. Who the heck's Yoko Tano then? I feel like that's a name as well. Are they like a voice actor or something? Or is that, am I just mixing up the names completely? The only reason I even know the Nier Automata guy is because he wears that moon hat all the time. And I think that's very funny. I just mashed their names together, do you think? Maybe. That could be very well what could have happened. You thought X4R2 meant your language? No, that was X4's name. Interesting. Okay. Anyway. I recognize the name, but I think I probably was just conflating it with the Nier person. Whatever their name is. Okay, I somehow missed that one. I was going through earlier. Now I just went. So I think I got 3 more trees. It was this one here, which I see. Very good. Can I get that? This one here, which I'm hoping is gone. Can't tell. There's one more somewhere. I don't see it, though. I don't think it was the one that I cleared over there, but it might have been that one. So I thought they were all in the same general location, but it's really hard to tell. Okay, let's go back into this mode, because I might be able to see it. No. Okay. So if I put this, like, here... Okay, the plan is leave enough space that I can, like, get the truck through. That way I can park it, like, on the road here, and, like... Because if it is going that direction, like this way, if the load zone's on that side, I want to be able to, like, get the forklift between the truck and the thing. I would park the truck, like, right here, and I would, like, move the forklift back and forth. So it need to be, like, about this far back, probably. Like, lined up about there. Maybe back, like, right here. And here. I'll put them, like, right next to each other, probably. But I am going to save before I do this. No, it's saving now. Because if it, if I do have, make a mistake here when placing it, and I have to, like, pick it up, it'll cost me half the money to pick it back up. There's no, like, test placements. I do need to terraform first, though. Because it's all not flat. Guess I'm flattening from about here. I'll have to change this eventually, because it's going to get a bit intense. It's like that. It's kind of like an absurd flat area. I'll need to like go in and change it very much to be like on a little bit of an angle. It's not quite so strange. Okay, so destination here. Destination here. Destination here. Destination here. Alright, we're gonna like have to figure this out. Destination here. Here. I can probably just like smooth that out to make it not quite as wacky. There you go. That's better. It's still really tall over on that side. That's probably flat enough to test it. I go in with the greenhouse and... Ooh, maybe not actually. Oh, it's pretty... It'd be really close. Like that's... It'd be a little bit further back, I guess. Alright, let's flatten this a bit more. Brush size... let's not make it that big. Cursor shape, make it square. Maybe even up the strength a bit so I can go a little bit faster here. So I am going to have to also adjust the road coming to this, where the truck is. It's going to be at a weird... it's got like a big bump there. I'm going to have to deal with, so... Don't want to be too much. Okay. That'll be fine for now. Probably. Alright, greenhouse. I can put it like right about here. And like right about here. Like, well, I don't know. Because like if I put it here... There, I think that's good. But it means that the road is like too... like down now. I'd have to like straighten it out more. There's not much I can do about that, but whatever. So I'm gonna save before I place this, because it might be too much. It might be like in the way. I'm gonna give it a save, and then I'm gonna quickly place it, just to see where the drop zone is. Overlaps another object. That is not true. You are lying to me. Move. If I put it like around here is kind of where I wanted it. Maybe a little bit closer. There. Ugh. Okay, it's on the right side. That's annoying. Okay, whatever. So that really destroyed that terrain, which is kind of what I figured would happen. So I needed to put it further back. Okay, so right side. I'm gonna quit. Yes. And then reload that. Now that I know it's on the right side. Yoko Kanno composed a lot of anime and game music. Cowboy Bebop, Wolf's Rain, Ghost in the Shell, Standalone Complex, Space Dandy. Well, that would make sense. I haven't really seen all of those in completion. I don't know. I've seen all of those a bit. I watched them on Adult Swim back in the day on TV. I didn't like Wolf's Rain. I thought it was confusing. I think I'd probably like it now, but at the time I didn't like it. Cowboy Bebop I never watched because it seemed boring. I think I'd like that now too. Ghost in the Shell is another one that seemed kind of boring. I think I'd like it now. And Space Dandy is one I've heard of and never got a chance to watch. Cowboy Bebop's intro song's a banger. Oh, yeah. Space Dandy is a very not boring one. The others too, once you get into them. Yeah. Like, I know. I've heard how good most of those. I've heard how good all of those are. From different people that I trust their anime opinions on. But back when I was like watching stuff on TV, you know, they were like the ones that came on like after like Inuyasha or whatever, and I was like, oh man, I want to watch more Inuyasha. I don't care about freaking Cowboy Bebop. Dang, boring. Like intense emotional journeys in very serious situations. Pfft. Get out of here. But no, I think I'd really like them now if I had the chance to check them out. Okay, get that back on there. It's on the right side. Well, it's on the left now. So I might have to instead face them like this direction. And figure out the water situation later. Or maybe this direction's fine. Probably if it's on the right side, that means I'll have to like put it here and then here. If I put it like this way, we'd have to go here, pick up on the right, and then I have to go over here and go into like right there and like cover this whole thing. I can't get rid of that. So maybe just one is the only way I can do this. Initially, I'd planned to have them going like across like this. But I put the chicken coop there, so I can't really do anything about that. And like, I guess I technically do have this road lined up going this way, so if I put this here, it would be on the road. Okay, if I put that there, I can put another one like here. I need to like, you know, make them. I'll have to install a mod to delete that, I think. Okay, adjust that brush strength, please. Oop, not size. So I want two of these. I can't put them right next to each other because they'll not be able to reach the stuff. But again, if I do this, like that's correct, but it does have this thing here, and I have to figure out how to like fix it. Like that's in the way, and I need to get rid of it. I have no problems just like fixing this though. That's easy. Provided I'm not like, although I don't know actually. On the other side, it might be a problem. Is that problem in the middle? No, it's fine. Cause like right here, I can't adjust it at all. I'm still gonna have to go up there to water it. So I'm going the wrong direction. Doesn't matter. I think it ends up being just about the same regardless. Yeah, look at that. I can't edit any more of that terrain because of this. Ugh. I knew this would be a problem immediately. So now I need to figure out how to drive in here. I actually have I think I have enough space there, but this is kind of an issue. Not enough money as well. I ran out of money, I didn't realize. Maybe that's why I couldn't edit anymore. Well, looks like I might have to sell those chicken eggs after all. Or, better yet, just put one down. I don't need two. I don't need two of them. I'll just put one down. You know? Cowboy Bebop has comic relief, maybe, but I never liked the setting at the time. There was a time in my life where I didn't like sci-fi, and that was around the time that I was aware of Ghost in the Shell and Cowboy Bebop, and you know, Space Dandy probably would have fit into that same category. I ended up making a lot of extra terrain space that I don't actually need in the end. But yeah, so now that I'm going to only put on one, and if I decide to install a mod, I'll have to reposition this, but I'm going to put it on it's on the right side, so it'll be this way. Put the freaking toggle mode on? What are you doing? The snapping? There you go. Yeah, so I'll put this like here. Overlaps. Oh right, I didn't move this thing in this timeline. Alright, so we're gonna put this like right around here probably. Gotta line it up with that maybe. There. And that'll be okay. Like I'll have to balance it out a little bit, but one of these is probably enough. I'll have to like figure out this terrain issue as well. It was already kind of wacky. Now it's extra wacky. Slower. Yeah, so I mean like that's gonna be really bumpy right now. Let me just even that out. But like that's gonna be like the best it'll probably get for now. Just because I'll have to keep arranging stuff in different ways to make it make sense and make it work. So now we can park the water there, pick up the stuff here. And I still have enough room to drive around. It's a little bit treacherous on this edge here, but it's okay, I think. And because it looks terrible, let me go ahead and put some plants down. Bigger brush. Kind of expensive. A lot of extra money to dedicate to doing this. We want dirt path up this way, then like around this. Then a grass path down the middle, since it looks a bit weird otherwise. There you go. Still looks a bit weird, but it's better. Now we get little ones, little grass, just right down the middle. Since it looks like it's been unused to an extent. Don't worry about that so much. And then more dirt going, like, from here to there. It's fine. There you go. It's good enough. It gets the point. It gets the point across. Yeah, it's not great. It's not perfect, but it's fine. Now the mushrooms come out here. I guess the front of it's gonna be way over here. I didn't realize that now. That's okay. You don't think you've ever watched... Wait, you don't think you've ever watched anime on TV? It was Dragon Ball Z, and that's it? Which seemed boring? How dare you! Dragon Ball Z was not boring. I'm offended and appalled. Remember seeing Naruto on a hotel TV when you were really young and your family didn't have cable normally? I think the first anime I ever saw in Japanese was Ranma Half, and that was when I was in a hotel room in a big city. It was on the Japanese channel. To be honest, Dragon Ball Z is a bit boring. How dare you? Power fantasy fight scenes are charged in their Super Saiyan half the episode. Alright, that's a meme that doesn't actually happen. Like that happened like 2 times ever in the entire series of like 300 episodes or something. One of them was like Super Saiyan 3 when they're fighting Majin Buu, which is whatever. And the other one was like the first time that Goku ever... No, even then, it didn't even last that long. Like, in the episode where Goku became the Super Saiyan, it didn't even take him that long. It was mostly, like, starting, and then it kind of cut away to, like, show other characters talking about what was going on, and cut back to him charging. Extended fight scenes bore you to tears. Ah, but that's part of the fun! It's great. It's really good old like anime. Which one of these mushrooms is better? Do we like oyster mushrooms or enoki more? Oyster? All right. Oh. Hardly know her. Oh, I see. Alright, well, better get out of here. Gotta water this place. DBZ definitely had extended fight scenes. Yeah, I mean, like, that was kind of the whole point. Like, I'm not saying you have to like Dragon Ball Z, but I don't think it's boring by any stretch of the word. I guess that's a matter of opinion, but, you know. Just pretend I'm not using super strength here. The timeline was like irrevocably like ruined because I had to move that over, so I have to fix the timeline. I know I said it was irrevocably, but that's not what I meant. Irreparably. But it is irreparably because I repaired it just now. There we go. As if nothing ever happened. probably know her, right? Anyway, I'd recommend going back and watching Dragon Ball Z. Kai, I guess, is the one you'd want to watch if you want to avoid the drawn-out, like, filler bits. Dragon Ball Kai, Dragon Ball Z Kai, whatever the definition is like the anime condensed down to the important parts. It doesn't have any of the fun, like, quirky, like, silly bits, and all the fight scenes are condensed. But you'll miss out on the cool episode where Goku has to solve a puzzle ring to get a Dragon Ball, and these mafia gangsters from the Red Ribbon Army or whatever are, like, trying to hire assassins to kill him. That's a great episode, but it's filler. But, like, it's really good. It's genuinely my favorite episode of Dragon Ball Z. But also, I think if you're going to watch Dragon Ball Z, you should definitely watch Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is very silly and cute. It has a lot of serious bits in it, but Dragon Ball is very charming. Dragon Ball Z is like sort of a different sort of beast altogether. Like, but Dragon Ball is like the start of the series and is very cute. It's got a few weird bits that don't age super well, I guess, because it's, you know, from like the 80s. Or something like that. But it's good. But yeah, no, so for Dragon Ball Z, watch Dragon Ball Z Kai or whatever it's called, and then for Dragon Ball, just watch Dragon Ball. They're both good. It's okay to not like fight scenes. I don't fault you for that. Sometimes they can be frustrating, and I guess if you don't like the kind of the hype-ness of the specific, like, sort of tropes, I guess. Makes sense. But I've always loved Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, all these, like, ridiculous, like, nonsense, like, fighting shows have always been cool to me. But I also stand by Dragon Ball Z being one of the greatest animes that's ever existed. I mean, there's a reason it's one of the most popular ones ever, you know? It's not one of the big three, though. It's what do you mean? The big three changes like every 3 or 4 years. The big three now is probably like freaking like Dandadan, like Jujutsu Kaisen and like a different one. Big three were airing for decades. What do you mean? One Piece and Dragon Ball Z were airing like a long time before any of the big three. Like, you're talking about Naruto, Bleach, and whatever, right? Yeah, Naruto. One Piece, it did not air. It aired at the same time as Dragon Ball. It's like, you can't put One Piece with Naruto and Bleach. One Piece is with Dragon Ball Z. I guess if you're going with like the 4Kids like version, I suppose it would have to be, because it came over for 4Kids. Like when those ones were. Well, even then, like, it came over with 4Kids like a lot earlier than like Naruto did. Like, I don't have very many strong opinions in the world, like, about things. But I'm standing by Dragon Ball Z. Like, as you could I guess this is gonna, I'm immediately gonna get contradicted by saying this, and it's gonna piss me off. But you could ask like pretty much anybody in the world, and if they recognized who Goku is, and they'd probably be like, yeah, I know that guy. They might not know his name or what he's from, but they'd probably recognize a picture of him. You couldn't do that with like any of the other characters in any of the other animes. Maybe you'd get away with Naruto, but you wouldn't work with Luffy. It wouldn't work with Ichigo. Like you could definitely show somebody a picture of Dragon Ball Z, and like they'd be like, "Oh, I know that guy." Like it's the poster boy of all anime since its inception was Dragon Ball Z, was Goku. Like Goku was synonymous with anime. It's okay not to like it. I'm just saying that you can't deny its incredible influence and popularity. Tapping out for a while? Alright. Take care. I wish the movies were canon, because the movies for DBZ were great. Like, I didn't hate Naruto or anything. I didn't love it. I thought that it waffled on a lot, and I you know, there's the meme about the swing, you know, because they have like 30 some odd flashbacks about the swing. Like, I've watched the entire series of Naruto. I've seen it all. I've seen all the episodes. I watched all the fillers too. Like, it was fine. I didn't hate it, I didn't love it. I liked parts of it, but I found that, like, Naruto was really bad for fillers. Dragon Ball Z's fillers were fun. Naruto's fillers were mostly just, like, recaps. You don't mind Dragon Ball, you just think it's overrated? I think that's the problem, though. I don't think it is overrated. I think that, like, it was wildly popular because everybody watched it and it was good. I think that, like, in hindsight, it's easy to say that it was overrated because everybody liked it, and like everybody watched it, so everybody knows about it. And like there have been like better produced animes, and there's definitely been better stories. But I'm just like saying that like Dragon Ball Z is like one of like the biggest, best, most influential animes. Like I'm not saying you have to like it. I'm gonna repeat that like 16 more times, but like it's head and shoulders above like every other anime, especially in like other countries that aren't Japan. Like, and I mean popularity, not good. When I say head and shoulders above, I didn't mean good. I meant like that it was more popular. I mean, like, even, like, 3 or 4 years ago, like, I heard a kid outside, like, yelling Kamehameha. Like, it's absolutely, like, still, like, fairly, like within the zeitgeist. It's also obviously still making money. Because they keep releasing games and they keep releasing like new animes and stuff, like Daima and Super and stuff, right? I haven't seen Daima. I've seen some of Super, but you know. I thought Bleach was kind of cool when I saw it, but Bleach was one of those ones I felt like was too much. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it was interesting, and then sort of got a bit like, okay, that's enough, you know? Like, I remember liking it a lot at first, like with the introduction to like all the sort of mechanics of the show. I thought was interesting, but there was a point where I don't even remember when it was. It was like, I guess it was around the time the Espada were introduced to the show. I think that was it. I think that's what they were called. I think this. I don't care about this anymore. That kind of thing. Like I just like lost interest about that point. Because that one's like very like power fantasy. Like Dragon Ball is like power fantasy, but like in a fun way. I think Bleach is power fantasy in like a trying to be cool way. With Naruto was kind of fun in the early seasons. I really liked the early Naruto when they were like doing little tasks and stuff. When they were like training to be ninjas. But then like all the serious stuff started happening and I'm like, a little bit less interested now. But they had a lot of cool stuff going on, so I stuck with it. And then Shippuden happened and I was like, oh great, cool. And then Shippuden was fun. So I like that. I haven't seen Boruto. I've heard it's fine. I heard it starts off rough and then it gets good, but I haven't watched it. I don't have the time. But like this, I don't know, it's just sort of is what it is, you know? Different people like different things, so it's fine to not like Dragon Ball. But I think it's also important to separate Dragon Ball from Dragon Ball Z. Those are different things. Dragon Ball is cute and fun, and like quirky and like sort of whimsical. Dragon Ball Z is quite serious about like the destruction of the universe, whereas Dragon Ball is like, let's go on an adventure with friends and also fight bad guys. And then it kind of gets a bit serious around the Piccolo arc, but you know, that resolves pretty quickly. Only 7,000 water. I'm gonna have to refill this thing quick. Now, Ranma Half. You can't talk smack on Ranma Half. Now, that's a great one. That's a fantastic anime. They made a remake of it recently, and I need to watch it. Like that one will always hold a special place in my heart. Ranma Half. I have all the manga. It's the first anime I ever watched in Japanese. Like that one's great. I'm also not sure if Inuyasha's good. I know I liked it at the time, but I think that because Adult Swim was running ads for Inuyasha, and the ads for Inuyasha were just like jokes. Because clearly the people who like ran Adult Swim found the characters insufferable. Because the joke was that they say Inuyasha and Kagome like a million times, and they just cut together a gigantic compilation of Inuyasha, Kagome, Inuyasha, Kagome, over and over again for like literally like a minute and a half or some such. It was like ridiculous. And it was like really irritating. And like, so I think I ended up not liking Inuyasha because of that, like that bumper they kept like playing. Also, watching it on TV is hard because you're gonna miss episodes sometimes. and so it's really disjointed, and the story is kind of important to follow in that one. Like Dragon Ball Z, the story is kind of important, but you can kind of figure out what's going on because they have like flashbacks and previously on Dragon Ball Z, you know, so you can kind of figure out what's going on. But I think I need to end the day, so I'm gonna probably take the remaining vegetables with this. Anyway, I'd recommend, if you have the time and you're bored out of your mind, check out Dragon Ball Z Kai. And I think it'd probably change your opinion on Dragon Ball. Because that's the entire series condensed without the extended fight scenes and without all the filler. Up to the Cell Saga, I'm pretty sure. And that's where everybody says that it is the best. I like the Buu Saga, but a lot of people don't. That's fine. Seen parts of Dragon Ball? Yeah, but you haven't seen all of Dragon Ball. Like seeing Trunks for the first time? Oh my god. With his cool sword that he never used. Like seeing the intro of Cell for the first time, the horror movie that it is. Like, it was like so actually scary. Like, just watching, like, Frieza just, like, murk random people for no reason all the time. If you watch Dragon Ball, the Frieza saga has a lot more impact because you care about the characters, but if you only watch Dragon Ball Z, you don't have any, like, sort of connection to any of the characters. It's just like, oh, these people are just kind of dying. Oh, no, well, whatever. But, you know, if you actually watch watch Dragon Ball, which I would also recommend, if you actually just watch Dragon Ball, you'll have a lot more emotional attachment to the characters. Because it's a fun, quirky trip with friends. You won't just have a bunch of random characters that don't make any sense. I think that's a big one, too. I think there's a lot of people don't like Dragon Ball Z because they didn't watch Dragon Ball. They're like, I don't know who this person is, but they have magic, like, Pokeball technology. Wow. Why are they bringing this loud lady around everywhere who yells at people? What's this all about? Like, it's important. It's important for context. Okay. I go deliver these last few ones. And then end the day. Speaking of Dragon Ball Z, I've recently got a whole bunch of, I don't know why. I think it's because recently there was Piccolo Day. Like, May 10th is Piccolo Day, I think. So I think I was getting a bunch of, like, recommended, like, shorts about Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z because of that. But, yeah, I've just been getting tons of recommendations for Dragon Ball Z. It's kind of fun to just, like, rewatch some of the fights. You care a lot about story, and you remember the DBZ story being not great. You give it a second try, though. You don't have to. I just would recommend it because I think it's actually pretty good. I think the problem is that it's kind of convoluted if you don't like, because like they like I think like you said earlier, they talk a lot in the middle of the fights. So there's a lot of exposition going on that's kind of important mid-fight. And if you don't like the fights, then you're not going to pay attention to the exposition. But I think that Kai solves that issue a lot. So it shouldn't be quite as bad. You don't have to try it. You could just tell me you're gonna, and I'll believe you. But I would recommend Dragon Ball for sure. It's old and chonky, and like I said, it might not hold up quite so well, but it's fun. Think about it. Yeah, I mean, if you have the time and you have nothing better to do, that's all. Like, don't go out of your way. Just, you know, if you have nothing better to do, just chuck it on and see how it is. Dragon Ball is a big one that's like very slow starting. And it's very weird. It's got a lot of weird stuff going on that's a bit like, ugh, you know. If you remember correctly, you got the first tournament in Dragon Ball? Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z? The first tournament in Dragon Ball was like halfway through. Pretty sure. Like after they train with Master Roshi? Yeah, that's like halfway through or more. That's pretty far in. I don't think Dragon Ball is very long. How many episodes is Dragon Ball? Dragon Ball's 153 episodes. Dragon Ball Z is 291. Super's 131, and Kai is 159. So Kai cuts the Dragon Ball Z anime in half. But it doesn't include Dragon Ball. But I'm pretty sure the first tournament happens about halfway through. Because the second tournament is like 3/4 of the way through, and the third tournament is the last episode. Or the last couple of episodes, I think. But yeah, it's like you end up meeting Ten Shinhan, or Tien Shinhan, and Chiaotzu, and like Baba. Oh yeah, my face. And that gets a bit weird, like in spiritual for a while, but it's quite good. Anyway. I end up climbing Korin's tower. Meeting Kami. I don't think I need this, but I could get it. It's so cheap, you know? I don't think I will, but I could. I don't really want to do rock removal or wood transport. In February, what is February? Is this a month I have to harvest anything? February is cotton. We're not doing cotton, we're doing barley. Barley harvest is in June. Oat planting is in March. So we still have another month before we can plant anything. I guess I gotta go check the fields. See if they need any weeding or anything. I did spray them with the pesticide, or herbicide, so they probably don't need any, but yeah, they're fine. Got this one line all the way down. Yeah, they're alright. I'm still waiting on the months to pass. So I could just end the day. I might need to feed the chickens again. I guess I could just do that now. I gotta do it like once a month because this container's not big enough to do it more than that. Could do it more than once a month, I guess. The problem would be purely that I'm gonna run out pretty soon. This container's specifically, I bought it for the eggs. Is the downside of this weird little angle I've done. Now I have to figure out how to position this. There you go. First tournament arc ends on 28. Interesting. My memory has failed me. As it often does. Maybe I'm just like mixing up the first and the second. I don't know. There's a lot of red ribbon shenanigans going on out there. I might have just like contributed that to the entirety of the rest of the show without thinking about it. In that case, spiritually, it's halfway through the series. I feel like I got halfway through the series vibes, you know? Is that all? I guess it is. I genuinely thought it was quite a bit later than that. I thought it would have been around like episode 50 or 70 or something like that. Oops, that is not the direction I want to pour that out. I guess it's fine, doesn't really matter. Back, please. Back, there you go. Well, anyway, if you do watch it, let me know how you feel about it. If you don't watch it, that's fine too. I don't bring up things very often, so I'll probably not mention Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z for another like 3 or 4 months. So be in the clear. But so help me when I do mention it. Alright. I think that's everything. I don't think we need to do any jobs for anybody today. It's just rock removal, wood transport, nothing I really want to do. I kind of just want to plant my crops, if I'm honest. Excited to get to the actual farming of Farming Sim. For some reason you didn't like the story or plot after the tournament. May try 1 or 2 episodes after that sometime. Yeah, right. It gets like... It does get strange. Like I said, it gets very like... Let's fight the Red Ribbon Army, which are... You know... Sort of Nazi stand-ins. While Goku goes around making friends with people while fighting the Red Ribbon Army. thing for that. I could have had it, but I don't. Devastating. What is that? A disc harrow. Dang. That thing requires a lot of horsepower. Holy crap. This is a mower. We have a better mower. Ours is like 5 or something. Well, 3.4 actually. Maybe it's not. There's like mowers. There you go. That's like the cheapest mower, basically. I've got this one, I think. I think I have this one. 7.3. There are like front ones. Like ones you can put on the front. As well as the back. And like offset them so they like cut a wider area. I don't have any though. Alright, it's time to plant our oats. I didn't check to see that the chickens hadn't filled up their eggs. I should probably go check that. That's looking pretty full. I better move those out of there. But yeah, at some point I do want to check out Cowboy Bebop, Wolf's Rain, stuff like the ones I've seen a long time ago. Problem is, a lot of times it's hard to find anime that wasn't like very popular. Like Cowboy Bebop's probably easy. Wolf Rain is a tough one. I don't know if that one's popular enough to be like on streaming services. I'm sure it's possible to view it, but not easily. And like I know that Ghost in the Shell was quite popular. That's probably around. And Space Dandy probably is as well. Because I have heard of Space Dandy, and I do want to check it out. I like another one's like Outlaw Star is one I want to check out, and Tenchi Muyo I remember really liking when that was on TV, but I don't remember. I don't know what the story was at all. I remember thinking it was cool and interesting, but it was weird, and it was like 4 or 5 different like series of it, and they all were like different settings with the same characters. So that was weird and hard to follow. But I remember liking it. Okay, go on the other side. Wolf's Rain's on Crunchyroll? Oh, really? Is it viewable, or does it require premium? Because I remember Crunchyroll did a thing where they put all like the old anime behind premium. Okay, we cannot plant with this machine. Did we have another planter? Did I ever buy another planter? I didn't. I might be able to buy one. I have money. I need a planter specifically for oats and barley and whatever. Not planters, seeders. Yeah, here we go. That one's 3 meters. That's too small. That's a tedious one. 4.6 is probably okay. Oh, this one plows for you. That's kind of nice, but it's also very small, so. 5 meters, 6 meters. These are all like pretty expensive. I'll probably just rent one of these ones instead of buying one until they go on sale for quite a bit more. It's a fairly large field. It's going to take a long time to do otherwise. Like 6 meters is probably okay. How big is the cultivator that I have? That one was pretty easy. I don't. Is that one? Or is this one? It might be this one. This one seems likely, so it's probably 8 meters. All right. Okay then. Where is there oats on this? Just grain. All right. cultivator? No. Cedar? No, that's the special one. Yeah, I mean, I guess the 6. How much is it to rent? That's. I guess that's more important. 5,000. Am I gonna make 5,000 off of this? I don't know. This is significantly cheaper. That's 3,000. This one's even cheaper than that. This one also fertilizes. Solid fertilizer specifically, though. I don't really need solid fertilizer. 2,500. It does require premium. Yes, that's what I was worried about. I don't have the money to spend on subscription services right now. Looks like I'll go without. Okay, I guess I'll rent this one. I have liquid fertilizer, so I don't need to rent the solid fertilizer part of it. Not a huge one. So it'll still take a while. But it might be worth it. Yeah. In the end. Don't know how much it's gonna sell for. I don't know how much it's gonna, like, produce. The oats. Cultivation? Yeah, we don't have a hoe, so I guess I can... Nah. I'm really apprehensive about, like, borrowing equipment now. Because I've started, like, acquiring decent ones. Now we want oats. Where are my seeds? That's my seeds there, I think. I do not think this is enough seeds. But I guess we'll find out. Maybe I should have aligned myself with the line. It doesn't look like I missed anything back there. No, it looks like I got it all. Yeah, in this age of digital media, it's difficult to view anything now, because it's all either destroyed or removed from the internet or locked behind memberships and subscription services. You can still find stuff online that doesn't exist elsewhere, but the longer it lasts, the further we get from being able to preserve our media. You know, corporations are greedy. Even though nobody's using the IPs or nobody's, you know, making profits off of the media, they still don't want anybody else to have, like, the ability to, you know, witness it. So, very unfortunate times. And, you know, a lot of stuff that was originally, like, sort of designed for preservation has been done for, you know, infringing on copyright and gotten taken down. You remember watching anime with ads on some service? You forget which, though? Are there any free with ads on Crunchyroll? I mean, there used to be, I think, but I think they took them out. People were just running ad blockers. I know that YouTube occasionally has free with ads stuff. Funimation, I think, had a program like that a while back. I think they took it out. I think Funimation might have merged with Crunchyroll or something like that. Or maybe Aniplex? I don't know which one. It was Funimation. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Funimation merged with Crunchyroll, I think. Either that or they just shut down their service. I don't recall. This is going to take quite a while. Maybe I should send one of my AIs to do something. After all, even though it wasn't going to be that much. This will be a good profit. You can do that one. Yeah, I remember back in the old days watching, I don't know, like Fruits Basket on YouTube in 10 parts per episode or whatever, you know? Like when YouTube was first, like, becoming a thing back in, like, oh god, I don't know, 2004, 2005, 2006? I don't remember exactly when. Like Fruits Basket, Episode 1, Part 1, subs on and dub. You know, and then it was like, no copyright infringement intended. real old head anime fan. For the old YouTube crowd. You saw some DBZ that way? Yeah. It's kind of a... It was a great time. Like, that was like, you know, because there was like no better way to view it at the time. That was great. Just like animes you'd never heard of, you could just go and find on YouTube and just watch them in parts. Like DN Angel was on YouTube. I remember watching that. Freaking... What is it called? The, oh god, F something or other? It was like, Full Metal Panic, I think it was. It's like a mecha anime with like a silliness in it. I don't know. This freaking every single time, man. This poll gets in the way every time. How has this not like been patched out? This map's been around for a long time. Like a couple of months at least, and every time like my AI slams into that pole. Maybe that was a bad way to see it with missing and out of order scenes. Probably not the greatest way, but again, it was a cool thing to do. You know, watching like freaking like Sailor Moon, Cardcaptor Sakura, freaking Metabots, like Negima. I don't know, other ones, you know, Yu Yu Hakusho. Tons of like tons of anime that was just on YouTube in parts that you could watch. They didn't have a way to like police that yet, so you just get to like watch all these cool anime for free. You just have to deal with the you know, 10-minute or like the 5-minute segments or whatever, because it was like an upload limit originally. Yeah, I remember liking Full Metal Panic, but I genuinely couldn't tell you anything about it. I should have opted for the bigger one. It's gonna take forever. Okay, at least the AI is starting. I'm trying to think of other animes I watched on YouTube back in the day. It was always kind of hard too, because like sometimes they just wouldn't upload the next part, right? And they would get like busy, or they would just like stop uploading for whatever reason. So you'd have a lot of like the uploaders, or like a different uploader would have uploaded it, so they just wouldn't upload it because somebody else had already done it. So you'd have to go find a different person who was uploading the same anime on a different YouTube channel. I have some very fond memories of just like playing like Gaia Online, watching YouTube anime, and drinking like coffee. We might have enough seeds for this after all. I wonder if there's like a hectared seed amount that I could like possibly figure out. Because I had like 250 or something. Or 320? I don't remember the exact number. I had an amount of seeds. But not very many. So I'm wondering if it'd be possible to find the measure. I'd have to probably have to fill up the seed container to actually bother to do the math. Or at least record the amount I had before I started. Then I could probably figure it out. There'd also probably be like a level of leeway based on like when you put the seeder down. Because I imagine it'll like seed over areas that are already seeded if you put it like in the ground, because you can like lift it up and put it down. I usually put it down on the edge of the field and then go straight across, so I keep overlapping the areas that I've already done seeds. But maybe you don't have to. Maybe that doesn't actually take anything away. I don't know. I'm gonna do this one here and see if it actually does need that other line done. I think it will, because it looks like that blue line's like the edge that it needs to go to. But it might work. Maybe. I wish it would stop going to that one. It looks like it's fine. It'll be a very, very thin strip if it doesn't work. We'll definitely have to go over that part. Coming for you. I wonder if there's a reason the field is darker. Like, did the seeds actually turn it darker, or is it darker purely to be like a visual aid to know where I've dug? Or is it just because it's like fresher dirt, because it's been disturbed recently? The world may never know. Truly a mystery. Takes forever. My NPC is almost done with that field. I should really figure out how to tell when I'm done with a line, so I don't have to keep on looking backwards. Like, again, you can see the darkness on the lines, on the dirt. So it should be pretty easy to tell vaguely how long it takes to get over it. And I can't, like, use the mirrors. They're not informative at all. Kind of just have to go based on, like, speed and guess. So if you do it enough, you'd just be able to tell. Just through practice. It's looking pretty close. We might not have enough seeds. Looks like we use about 20 per line. Maybe more. Do I care enough to go buy more seeds specifically for this? Truly. Question. If we get down to 62, that means we're the same. If it's lower, we definitely don't have enough, damn. Button. I don't know why I like blanked on the buttons here for a second. I guess just having to press H is a weird button for. No, it wasn't H. It was I pressed C for cruise control, but cruise control in this game is 3 for some reason. So I pressed 3 for cruise control, so I could just go forward without having to hold the button down. But if you press C, it changes the camera. So it changed the camera by accident. I hate the anti-aliasing that does that weird, like, sort of ghosting thing. It looks really bad. It always does, and I don't know why it does that. I don't know how to fix it. That time I pressed C when I meant to press V. V is the button to lower the cedar. The buttons in this game are wild. I don't know what other things like do, but like I know that L I think makes the tension belts like attach. Ghosting along edges. Yeah. Like when like somebody's like walking by on the street, they have like a trail following them, sort of. If we see somebody walking, I can show it. What's going on? What I'm talking about. Probably close enough. It does it like it's not just people that do it. Like a lot of stuff does it. It's just kind of like right there. You can kind of see their like in the distance their heads are like trailing. That's probably too small for stream to see. But like if you look at their head or their hair, you can see like a trail of like smoke coming off of it. Oh, I think we actually did it. I think we used all the seeds, but also finished up the entire thing. Yeah, like a lot of games do this. I don't know what causes it. And I'm sure it's nothing important. And it's not really that big a deal to most people, but it is annoying when I'm like playing a game and it's like really immersive. And then out of nowhere I get like somebody like with a ghost trail following them around. It could just be that my computer's like not good enough to handle like certain types of anti-aliasing. I think maybe it doesn't like update the graphics well enough to do that. Or often enough or something, I don't know. Couldn't see it. Yeah, see that's what I mean though. Like it's there sometimes in a way that like is obvious, but on stream I'm not sure it'll really show up very well. Like there, if you can't like you might be able to see it there on that guy. You can see he has like an after image behind him slightly. It's very possible that like the stream's encoding just doesn't show it. But yeah, I don't know. They've got like little glowing after, like little smoky after images when they're walking around. I don't know how close I can get before it stops happening. It's harder to tell at this distance. But yeah, I don't know. It just weird. Just has like a little like trail of smoke following them around. I think it's the temporal anti-aliasing that does it. I don't know for sure that's the one that does it. Can you get off? Please? Why won't it get off? Does it have to be unloaded? Get off. Oh, there we go. I tried to like take that thing off for for such a long time. It wouldn't drop for some reason. That's because I didn't have it selected. There. Okay. There is no seeds left in here, but there's clearly enough that I'll have to hang on to this because I can't sell this. Just hang it out here then. Okay, do we need to fertilize that? I think it's already been fertilized. Needs rolling. Okay, well, guess we'll get back in my truck. The roller's really big, so it's going to be hard to, like, maneuver around, but it'll be fast, at least. It'll be, like, 2 or 3 passes. Probably. Or 4, or 5, you know. Those are fine too. It's not as big as I thought it was, turns out. I may have been exaggerating the size of my roller. Wasn't very nice of you, was it? Rolling over to the side like that. See, I missed that very, very edge there. Follow back. Alright. I roll forward. Is there a rolled thing? Well, needs rolling. Yeah, see, I missed it right there. Right there. Just continue. I'll go back for it. The tiniest little edge. There's no things out in the middle of this place that will stop me from just gonna roll their field. It'll be fine. I'm sure they won't mind. I'm helping with rolling their field. They love when I do this. I'm a great neighbor / farmer. That's why you always do the headlands first. I guess I am going to be doing that on that one over there, so it won't even matter that I missed it, because I'll just be going over it again in a moment. I was planning to go for 4 hours today, but I'm pretty tired, so I might end up going for 3. Don't know why I'm so stressed. Well, I know exactly why I'm so stressed, but I don't know why I'm so tired. Just is the way, I suppose. Don't you hydrate me. I'm consolidating my water into one bottle. Not a posture check, too. Ugh. Make me sit up straight when I could be slouching. Ugh. High stress times are more exhausting. I mean, I guess. But I feel like well, I don't know. Yeah, I suppose that's just right. I have to fold this up now, so I can maneuver around. Like the rolling is kind of undone by my tractor driving directly over it. Maybe it's okay. Okay, this still says it needs rolling, but we just did it. I just rolled over it. Guess I'll have to do it again. I guess it doesn't help that I always have, like, relaxing music playing when I play the relaxing games. That probably makes me a bit more sleepy. I like that they're all these, like, this field here is all, like, yellow. As if, like, it's been planted or whatever. It's got, like a gradient on it. I saw some advice online about making like stream audio quality better. I didn't take it because I've already done it pretty well how I have it now. But one of the things they suggested was boosting your microphone's volume by like 10 decibels and then like lowering it so you could like up or down your volume based on like how loud the thing you're doing is, like the game or whatever. And I was like, that'd be pretty good advice if I wasn't already boosted by like 12 decibels so I could be audible. Like, I don't know what it is about my microphones that I buy, but they're always like really, really quiet. So I always have to boost them super high to be heard. But then boosting them too high makes the quality bad, so I have to then lower it, or like adjust it, like with compressors and equalizers and stuff to make it not sound awful. Like I'm happy with how this microphone sounds on stream, but it is like definitely, it has definitely been altered in post. Like if I was to look at my like settings for it, I've got a 12 decibel gain on it. I've got noise suppression at minus 26 decibels. So anything that's like, you know, other than that, I've got a noise gate at 32 decibels and 24 decibels between those two, so that, you know, nothing activates it any bit like above or below. I've got a compressor. I've got a 15 decibel compressor. If I get too loud, or anything gets too loud, I got a limiter at minus 1 decibel, so I never peak. I've got an expander in here too, but I never turned it on because I didn't know what it did and I couldn't tell the difference. So I have it on here, but I haven't turned it on. Sounds okay to you? Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like I'm happy with the audio how it is, but it is like it's turned up a crazy amount just so that I can be audible. Like even then, I'm still kind of quiet. Like how loud does the stream have to be turned up to hear me? Like I imagine pretty high. Because I've looked at my YouTube videos, and my YouTube videos are like pretty quiet compared to like other YouTube videos. But I'm happy with the quality to sound ratio at the moment. Not too high, well, not super high, yeah. I'm not upset about it. It's fine how it is. It was a pretty cheap microphone for what it was. Like, it's a pretty high quality microphone for how cheap it was, is what I meant to say. It only cost me like $100 or something. And it sounds pretty good, I think. It is also a USB mic, so it's not like super high quality. I can't plug it into like an audio box and fiddle with it from there, you know. So I mean, if I wanted to invest in like a better one, I could just buy I don't know, like a hardline, whatever they're called, an aux one. I don't know. It's got both connection options. Oh, yeah, I don't have an audio box. Sorry, I should have specified, not that I couldn't hook it into an audio box. I said I don't have an audio box to hook it into. That is different to what I said. It is indeed. Ooh, a cultivating. Go ahead and accept that contract. I'll have an NPC do that one while I do the weeding contract. I don't have a weeder. Do they have one on sale? There's a chance there's one on sale. There's not. Okay. Alright. But yes, I have toyed with the idea of getting an audio box so I could use the higher fidelity inline, but I don't think the investment is worth it when it works perfectly fine as is. Ooh, I don't know if my current tractor can run this thing. The small tractor, I mean. I'm gonna let them try, but I don't think it'll work. Okay. Cultivating field 12, does that say? No. 33, okay. Field 33. Okay. Yeah, a lot of things I have a hard time with, like meriting purchasing, with like for streaming specifically, because you know, as much as I like streaming and as much as it is making me some money, like it makes me like not that much money. And like investments in like high quality gear are you know, upwards of a couple $1,000s. And I'm like, no. No thank you. I like streaming, but I have no need for that audio outside. If I started doing voice acting, I guess I would need it, but certainly not right now. Not to mention, you know, voice acting is difficult to get into to begin with. I'm still considering that website. I haven't decided whether to or not pay that sub fee, but I'm thinking about it. I'm kind of desperate for that moolah right now. And it's not that expensive. But I'm on the fence. It's a good option. And it has a lot of potential opportunities. But it also costs money. Where am I going to? Field 12, right? Way up there. I don't know how well this thing will work this. I should probably sit here and check. Never mind. They're gonna go at a weird angle. I'm not gonna sit there and watch them figure it out. I wish I knew somebody in the industry that I could just, like, talk to about it. That'd make it a lot easier. Nepotism would make it easier. But I don't know any. Because there's genuinely nothing something I've never really considered doing until everybody kept saying I should do it, and now I'm like, maybe I should. But then, like, the barrier to entry is pretty high, and since I have no experience with that kind of thing, I don't know where to begin. I know where to begin, but I don't know how to start, I guess. It's rough one. Okay, please don't be one of those really awful bumpy fields. It's not. Okay, good. Wait, why am I weeding this? There's nothing going on here. I mean, I guess. I put it down a little bit too late, but whatever, it's fine. Okay, the other tractor seems to be doing pretty well with that cultivation after all. I was worried it wouldn't be powerful enough to, like, use it, because it's pretty big. But it seems to be doing alright. I do wonder if oats are actually going to grow in, like, 4 months, or if it's going to be, like, a full year of waiting. A full year and 4 months kind of thing. Because 4 months seems really fast for that crop to grow. Especially for how much it seems to sell for. My Kalimba also has an audio jack in the bottom of it, that I could use for an audio box, for, like, extra fun stream noises, if I ended up getting one of those. I don't know how it would sound, or how well it would work, but it'd be fun. I don't know why. I don't know why the Kalimba came with an audio jack in the bottom of it. As far as I can tell, it has no electrics in it. So maybe it's a microphone hole or something instead. Yeah, that's definitely an audio jack. Oh, it does have a wire in there. There is a wire inside that thing. Ah, my water bottle. Anyway. Yeah, there's a wire in there. I don't know. I wonder if it's affecting the sound. It sounds pretty, so I don't... If it is affecting the sound, it's not very much. But it must be affecting some amount of reverberation. should have made the AI do this one. I mean, I'm beating them in the cultivation. The cultivator's huge, though. It shouldn't be that far behind. Soon. I should probably check the shop too. I don't know how often the shop restocks. Figured it was afternoon, so it might have added something new, but it didn't seem to. Or take something away. Didn't seem to either. So I'm not really sure how the shop works in the game. It might just be random every hour or something. But it never seems to be more than like a vehicle. Like, or 2 or 3 vehicles a month. I don't know why I'm doing the headlands. I could just do up and down. Just do the headlands with the up and down. I guess I am also kind of getting sick. That could probably contribute a little bit to my tiredness. I don't know why I'm getting sick, but I am. Is the way. There's always the way. A season without a sick Krim is no season at all. Alas, this spring was too sickless. Hey, Opatot. You're not new. But hello regardless. Dang. Dang old sleepies. Won't leave me alone. Going to have to execute. Speaking of execute, I really should finish up that. I should really finish up that emote for the giggling. It's almost done. I just gotta do the, well, the animation for it. Well, the animated emote's almost done. I just gotta do all the animation. That, and I should probably change the intro screen. I might just draw a mustache on the moon and say it's a different screen. That was something I was planning to do, because I thought it would be funny, but I was like, no, that's too lazy for me. Even for me, that's too lazy. But I also just, like, it's already halfway through the month. Like, I haven't changed it. I don't want to draw a whole screen for half a month. I guess I could go do my low effort, like, paint, like, like buttons. I haven't done an Andraste emote either. I should probably get that one done as well. I don't know what I'd replace for that one. So Bert wants the giggle, and I think Dragon wanted the Andraste. It's not hard. That one's already animated. Just need to scale it down. And I guess technically I could add the tail as a separate emote after all. That was a good option, but because I have so little animated slots, I'd have to get rid of more. I've already gotten rid of Boogie. I'm not going to get rid of Pride. I like the tongue one, but I could get rid of that. And Pop is iconic. I can't possibly get rid of Pop. And we have already had a riot when in chat when I tried to get rid of Geef. So that's not going anywhere. I suppose Spin can go. That one doesn't get used very often. There's a lot of other cute spin emotes that people use that are actually, like, good. Okay, that contract's done. Cultivator's still cultivating. Can't do anything about that. That's the chickens. They produced since the last time I moved their eggs. Yeah, but not enough to move yet. How you doing, chickens? I agree. Okay, mushrooms don't seem to produce that quickly, which I guess is okay. Considering how much water they are allowed to store. Probably a good thing they don't use up that much. How about you? What's your water limit? 30,000? So you're alright. These ones are all probably about the same. 24,000 because the garlic uses a lot more. 36,000. Yeah, I mean, these two are about the same. Garlic is a lot more. Kind of annoying. I should probably change that from garlic to something else, so that they kind of have about the same amount of water usage, but I don't mind that much. What other jobs we got that I can do while my employee's doing that? Not really many. I could do more weeding and hoeing and stuff, but I'm gonna end it pretty soon, and they're like halfway done. I'm not sure I'd have enough time to do more. I guess I could just start putting some of these in the truck. It's gonna need to get done eventually, so may as well do it now. I suppose by that same logic, I could just feed the chickens and water the crops again. Or water the greenhouses. Oop. Yeah. Okay. There you go. There you go. I wonder if there's like crop diseases and things to worry about. They haven't come up yet, if that is the case. Like, I know there's like some realism, but I guess not enough to like matter in some situations. Like, I don't have to deal with pests. Like, there's clearly no, I don't know, locusts. Whatever harasses crops in Poland. Ladybugs, I don't know. Forward. There you go. It's really messy putting those in every time. When they're on that like incline. But it's better than having it too close. If I didn't put that chicken enclosure so close to that edge, I could flatten that out better, but I didn't have the foresight to fix it before I put the chicken pen down. I can't edit the terrain now that it's down, so I think there is a mod to like allow you to edit terrain when there is buildings in the way. Or it might even be a mod, it might be a setting. I think there is a mod. Or there's a way to do it, but I haven't looked. Because it doesn't bother me that much. It bothers me a little bit, but not that much. Not enough to fix it, you know. Ugh. Can you imagine fixing minor inconveniences before they become major inconveniences? I could never. I had bad orange luck again. Last month when I bought oranges, I had one orange that was like really dry and terrible to eat. And this month, I bought like a bunch of oranges again. But this time, one of them, when I brought it back and like I put it on the counter, like I put all my oranges on the counter, space them out for exactly this one specific thing that happened. It's exactly why I do it. Is whenever I get, like, fruits or vegetables, or not vegetables, but fruits that I plan on eating, you know, like bananas or whatever, oranges, apples, whatever I buy, that kind of, you know, hand fruit. I always space them out on the counter. And it's because on, like, the second day I had the oranges, because I eat, like, one a day, one of them was just, like, completely, like, full covered in moss. Mold, sorry. And I was mad. I was like, damn, why? Like, how'd this happen? And, like, I genuinely, like, the only thing I could figure out is, like, the inside of it, like, it had a hole that led to the inside of it. And I guess the mold must have, like, originated inside of the orange and then, like, spread to the outside of it. But, like, I didn't even notice the hole when I, like, picked it up and, like, squished it to make sure it was, like, good, you know? It was only a couple of days, like... It's not like it was, like, particularly warm or anything, so the mold must have, like, started before I got it. It wasn't, like, wet or anything, aside from, like, the inside, obviously. And, like, I just have, like, terrible orange luck. This just keeps happening. Just random bad things keep happening to my dang oranges. But I've had stuff like that happen before, so I always space out my fruits so they don't infect each other. Just in case. Why are you squishing them? To make sure that they're good. Do you not squish your oranges to make sure they're good? No? How do you tell they're good? Or is like food quality sort of, you know, policed well enough there that you don't have to worry about them not being good. Okay, I gotta straighten all these out. I forgot about the mushrooms. Not used to having mushrooms. Alright. Leash that one in. Some of that cabbage over here. How does squishing them tell you if they're not good? If they're really soft, then they're overripe and they're not going to last very long. If they're really firm, then they're not ripe enough and they'll not be edible for like a while. So you want them a little bit firm with some give, and that means they're good and tasty and juicy and good. Squish them. No! The 400 kilos of garlic fell on me and I'm dead now. If only we had OSHA. Oh, I just don't like crank the entire fucking trailer over, jeez. You would tell ripeness by color and visual texture, and if they're past good enough to go soft, then that'll be obvious. Without squishing, just normal picking up pressure. Squishing damages cell walls and may increase the rate of mold growth. I think you're like assuming I'm like squishing them really hard. Maybe squishing is the wrong word to use. I'm gently touching them and squeezing them a little bit. I'm not like, you know, I'm not like juicing them. I'm like giving them a little, like I pick them up and give them a little, and then I put them back down if they're like not right. As far as color goes, oranges are orange. They're always orange. Sometimes they're green, but if they're green, they're not on the shelves. I don't think that's a very good way for me to tell. I don't doubt that squishing them too hard can damage the cell walls, but I don't think I was squishing them that hard. Might have different oranges. Maybe. Mine were called navel oranges. I don't know if that is different. I think I've got all my things up except for the mushrooms, which I guess I could chuck in there. With my super strength. These are a bit taller though, so I guess I'm going to be able to fit less in. Still think 3 would probably fit in there. I don't know if I could fit 3 with the forklift, though. I'm actually cheating this time. I said I wouldn't do this when I got the mod. It's the first, I think this is like the first, maybe the second time I've done this. I just couldn't be bothered because I'm too tired. I mean, it's pretty tall. I think it'll still be okay. Yeah, I think it's just a little bit shorter. I don't think I'd be able to get a 4th one on there, but I think 3 will fit with the forklift. Yeah, it's just about right. Okay, so these are 3 stacks. I'll have to remember that when I actually do more than 1 load of them at a time. Okay, and then the contract is done, so I can go ahead and submit that for extra $3 grand, $3.5 grand even. Chickens are fed enough. Check the shop. Nothing on sale. I'm gonna go end the day. Actually, do I need to do anything with this over here? I didn't actually check. No, it's good. Okay, cool. So I'm going to end the day, and then save and end stream. You do have navels. You don't know them. Squeezing bruises fruit. It is discouraged there. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. It's not discouraged here. It's something I've done my entire life. And I see people doing all the time. It's like one of the main ways we tell if food's good is we touch it and look at it. I mean, maybe in certain places it's discouraged, but certainly not in the places I've lived. And you can't trust a lot of American food to be like good, you know? Like, I mean, maybe that's a cop-out answer, but I've regularly gotten food that looks good that has like moths in it, so like I just don't trust it. Sometimes you get apples with worms in them. And you gotta inspect them and stuff. Of course, there's a lot of bruising from like shipping and things. But dunno. I think if I saw somebody just grab a bunch of fruit without squeezing them and testing them, I'd think it was weird. But again, maybe it's fine if your sort of quality control's better. I don't know. But I am going to end my stream because I am tired. So, thanks for hanging out and chatting and lurking. I appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow. Playing either Trash Goblin or Hunting Game. I haven't decided. One of those two. I'll be back to the regular schedule either after Wednesday or next week. Haven't decided. We'll figure it out. We'll see how I feel. But I'm out of here regardless. Take care. Bye-bye.